Multiple airplanes are involved in a near midair during parallel runway operations out of Houston Bush International Airport. Let's take a look. This one gets really close.
Jetsal 4321.
Jetsal 4321, go ahead.
Jetsal 4321, wind row at 8, go ahead and turn left. Left turn heading 110, runway 33 left, cleared for takeoff.
Okay, Jetsal 4321 is the first airplane. The second is going to be CommuteAir 4814, and there's a third airplane involved in this one. Jetsal is on the left runway, 33 left. There's a 33 right at Houston, and there's another airplane. That's the CommuteAir airplane. They're both queued up there and line up and wait, and they're going to be launched basically simultaneously. And this guy is given a left turn to 110, and she repeats it a second time. She says left a second time for emphasis. And the emphasis here is important because when you're taking off, and if you think about a compass, if you're taking off at 330, the shortest distance to 110 is a right turn. The airplane is going to think that as well. The pilot is the one that has to intervene. So he reads back left turn to 110. Is that what happens? Let's find out.
Left 110, switch left, clear for takeoff. Yes, now 4331.
He read it back correctly. Left to 110.
4814, so heading 340, runway 33 right, cleared for takeoff.
Hard to hear, but CommuteAir 4814, which is a ERJ 145 small regional jet, is rolling at the same time. They rotate simultaneously.
260, runway 33 left, cleared for takeoff.
She also clears United 697 on runway 33 left for takeoff. She gives them a heading of 260. So they're in trail right behind these two airplanes that have just rotated and are just now starting to climb out. The expectation is from the controller that that airplane on 33 left is going to start a long left turn right around to 110 and go out that way. The expectation is the other airplane, which was cleared to basically runway heading, it was like a 10-degree right turn, is going to start their gentle turn to the right, and they're going to depart like this. And then through the middle of all of that is going to come United 697, and Bob's your uncle. What could go wrong? All right, let's see how this transpires. Look at it. Look at it.
Right, heading 110.
So now he keys the mic, that Jetsal airplane, 4321. He keys the mic and he says, confirm right-hand turn to 110. He just read back left a minute ago. She told him left twice before he read back left. He's confirming right. Why? Because his airplane is turning right on him. This guy is not in control of his airplane. The computer is thinking, well, it says 110 in the box. The closest direction is that. You have to override it. You have to either hand fly it or you have to dial the switch all the way around to get 110 in the box. If you dial it to the right, the computer will think go straight. If you dial it around the long way, it'll go left. So he's confirming now because the airplane is turning right and he sees he's flying into another airplane. This gets really close.
And let's see, Jetsal 4321, yes, sir. Left turn 110.
Left
110.
Airshow 3987, fly heading 340, runway 33 right, cleared for takeoff.
There's another one for takeoff. Now we got 4 airplanes. How close does he get? Listen.
Turning left 110, Jetsal 4321.
He says a second time turning left.
4814, we just had an RA.
Okay, CommuteAir 4814 says, we just had an RA. It's a resolution advisory. That means they got so close to CommuteAir 4814 that the box went off and said either climb or turn, but it's telling them to get out because there's an airplane right underneath them that's flying up into them. So again, a resolution advisory must be followed. Traffic advisory is just advisory in nature. The box will say traffic, and it'll light up on your screen. And it'll show you where it is. Now, when you're on departure and it's that close to you, it's just going to light up basically right underneath of you. So you're like, where is this guy? Once you get the RA, the airplane is going to audibly tell you what to do. You have to turn off the autopilot, turn off the auto throttle if you got one, And you have to hand fly the airplane at that point, following the commands on your flight director in front of you. So these guys are now hand flying the airplane in that CommuteAir flight to get out of the way of this Airbus that has now the jet cell that is climbing underneath of them, and now is taking his time to start that left-hand turn back to where he originally was cleared to go. How does she handle this? Watch.
Stand by.
Stand by.
United 697 for now, just continue runway heading. Just continue runway heading for now.
Okay, these two aircraft in front of United were supposed to be doing this. They're not. The one went on this side and crossed the streams. Remember that from Ghostbusters?
Don't cross the streams.
Okay, you're never supposed to cross the streams. And so if you're on a parallel runway and you're taking off and there's another aircraft on the other parallel runway, you better pay close attention to the fact that you don't want to fly into that aircraft. That's just aviating 101. Regardless of what clearance you were given or you weren't given, you don't want to fly into the path of the other airplane. Right? You can hear and see that there's another airplane taking off at the same time. Okay, they break the cardinal rule, then they get it clarified, but they're still right on top of each other. United 697 is coming right up the gullet. There should be a wide path. There isn't. She takes care of him first. Now she's going to turn her attention to the other two.
Sorry, Commuter 4814, we need a heading.
Commuter 4814, just turn right heading 020.
Right, 30, Commuter 4814.
So now
That's 4321, climb and maintain 4,000.
She's not pleased with them. So she says basically 020. She's already got them going to 110. So they're starting to, and there's a little tone in her voice about climb to 4,000 to jet cell. He's going to repeat it.
F110 and 4,000 jet cell for 21.
And United at 697, maintain, maintain 1,700 for now. And let's go heading of 36, just continue runway heading, maintain 2,000.
Okay.
Runway heading, maintain 2,000, United 697.
What she really wanted to say to them was split the difference between those two idiots in front of you. That's what she was saying. No, really only one idiot, but you get the point. All right. There's another airplane, Air Shuttle 3987. She's about to clear them. They're right behind everybody else. There's a lot of traffic coming in and out of Houston, and she is busy, but doing a great job sorting out this mess that she was just handed.
Air Shuttle 3987, let's go right turn heading 020 for now, 020.
020, Air Shuttle 3987.
All right. She's got to manually take over, tell everybody where to go.
97, there's traffic, 12 o'clock, 3 miles, headed southeast, climbing at 1,500. I'll have you turn free Charlie.
Traffic in sight, United 697.
Meter 4814, contact departure.
Okay, so she switches off the CommuteAir, finally gets them out of her airspace. To make matters worse, there's pop-up traffic at 1,500 feet that she has to vector United around. Fortunately, it's a clear day and United can see the other traffic, but all of this stuff happens almost in an instant, right? Just literally less than 60 seconds ago, she had given everybody clear instructions. Everything was fine. She's got the next two airplanes coming that are going to take off, and there's probably two more after that and two more after that. And that's the way it goes in Houston. And then one guy crosses the streams and the whole thing gets messed up and she's got to manually take over. Good job, though, on her part.
Over departure, Commuter 4814.
They're switching departure. We're going to hear from
United 697, go ahead and turn left, the left turn heading 300.
Left turn heading 300, United 697.
Jet Cell 4321, continue south heading of 180, now 180.
180 now, jet cell for 51.
All right. She gives him a 180 heading now instead of that 110.
United 30, or Air Shuttle 3987, go ahead and turn 340, 340, contact departure.
Left turn 340, departure, Air Shuttle 3987.
All right. So they finally get out of the way. Everybody is cleared.
Jet Cell 4321, left turn heading 120, 120, and contact departure.
120 and departure, jet cell 4221.
Do they get violated? No, they don't. So let's back this one up just a little bit because I'm going to defend my buddies over there at JetCell. They should have, they broke the cardinal rule, which is they turned into another aircraft during parallel runway operations. That's aviating 101. I just told you that. At the same time, they were set up for this, and they were set up for taking off on 3-3 with a left turn all the way around to 110. That's a clearance that I don't know that Houston needs to give. They could give him 180 initially, like she did, and then hand him off to departure. That would solve the problem of that long left-hand turn to 110, where the aircraft, the automation is going to think, we want to go right. And she's depending on the pilots to intervene on that. That's an additional layer of safety that could be put in to this. I think this clearance was given poorly, and they should reconsider out of Houston whether they give that big long left turn to 110. How about a shorter turn to somewhere down south, so that if the automation does take over and the pilot doesn't catch it quickly enough, they don't have that cross the streams thing on the 3-3s. Just a thought, if there's anybody down there at Houston that's listening to this, you might want to change up that procedure, because these guys got set up for an error and a failure, but they bit, and so it's their fault as well. I don't think they got violated on it. Everybody looked the other way this time. They did get kind of close to the other aircraft, but not so close that it was something that they had to report. But again, they should have never gotten that close in the first place. The air traffic controller sorted it all out, and they all got along for the rest of their day. Well, now you know. I'm Captain Steve. Fly safe. So if you enjoyed this video and you'd like to see another one where there was a near midair on departure, check out this video, or, well, this one.